We are back again with another video on Howson IRL. If you are into the outdoors, camping, hiking, fitness challenges, actually anything that I do outside of football, hit the subscribe button because we have got all sorts coming for you, and this one's going to be an absolute banger. Now, I had some real life stuff happen to me in my real life, and that was my car got stolen, and I've still not replaced my car because I've been looking for the perfect car. Well, what's the perfect car? Well, since we got serious with Howson IRL, and we were out here doing camping and hiking, and we want to go to Snowdon, and we want to go and do a couple of weeks or a couple of days up in Ben Nevis in Scotland and tackle all these mountains and these adventure stuff and survival stuff, we need an IRL wagon. It has to be the perfect vehicle. It needs to be something that's rugged, that can go off-road, that we can camp in, that's big enough to hold all of our equipment, but also bring the camera gear with us and use as a base when we're on any of these little expeditions and stuff like that. And today, you lot are going to help me decide. I've got some vehicles that we're going to look at. We're going to go and take them for a spin. And you lot are going to let me know in the comments which of these is the perfect IRL wagon. Let's go. Option number 1, Volkswagen Transporter. So this is the VW Transporter, and this is a camper version. It's been completely fitted out. I have got a stove, I have got a sink, I have got a fridge. It's not full of Red Bull yet, but it might be in a second. I've got all my cutlery up here. I've got all different bits of storage and gadgets. I can stick a table on here. I'll show you that in a second, because we can do some work from in here. This double seat, which is an extra bit of seating, giving us 5 seats in total. This pulls out, lies down, and gives us a bed. The roof has got a pop top, which means 2 people can actually sleep on the roof once the top is elevated. This is a wang shot, isn't it?
You cozy, Stephen?
Yes. There's a reason these are so popular. They are absolutely perfect for going anywhere, staying in here, and camping. And it's also got a leisure battery as well, so you can see that it's got full plugs, so I can use laptops, we can charge cameras. It's the obvious one for a reason, I'm going to be honest. Option 2, Land Rover Defender. This is obviously the spendy version. This is obviously the more high-end of the 3 cars that we're looking at. I'm going to be honest, it's probably my favourite, but it's probably the least practical for what we're trying to do. In the camper, I can sleep in it. I can see myself going to places like Ben Nevis or Snowdon and staying in the camper. This feels like I should be driving around town in it rather than taking it off-road or camping beside it. I know I can fit a tent on the roof the same way I'm going to be able to on the Classic Defender, but this just feels a bit too bougie for the IRL channel. And I'm going to be honest, this is probably even above my budget, if I'm being honest. It's the car I really want, but I don't know if it's a car I can really afford. One thing that is impressive is the amount of technology that is in this thing. I mean, we're looking at slightly older cars aside from this one, but the technology that's in this is absolutely astounding. This is a top tier vehicle. It's an absolute dream to drive. It's powerful. It just feels mega. And it feels great to drive. It's big. It feels like I'm driving a tank. And I have no idea how big this bonnet is, but it feels huge. In terms of features that really suit it for the IRL channel, what we're looking at mostly is it's got a massive boot. Doing any sort of hiking, climbing, taking the camera equipment, anything we need to do, we can do with a boot this size. And that's it, really. Option 3, the classic Land Rover Defender. let's have it right. It's undoubtedly the least comfortable, biggest pain in the arse of the three. It's a 30-year-old vehicle. It's a classic. They don't make them anymore. But it does have charm. It does have character. It does have genuine off-road capability. And it also gives us the opportunity to be able to make content out of, well, let's be honest, getting this up to a modern standard of both safety and interior features. Right now, my in-car entertainment is I Spy and a cassette player. The sat-nav is my phone or someone sat next to me with a map. The safety features extend to a seatbelt and praying. Now, of course, the VW had plenty of boot space, loads of places that you can store stuff. Disappointingly, the new Defender had a big boot, but it doesn't compare to the size of the back end in this one. This one's built to lug stuff. This one's built to carry you wherever you need to go, particularly wherever you need to go. Now, the VW had off-road wheels on it, but it wasn't an off-road vehicle. And the new Defender, it might be able to go off-road, but would you really want to start wading through a river? That's where this comes in. This can literally go anywhere. I drove these when I was in the army, and I took these over some insane terrain. And this is the exact same running gear as the ones that you get in the military. That's how good they are. If the army trusts them, we could trust them, and we can go anywhere with this. And I think one of the most important things with this as an option, if we're going to go with something like this, is the customizable options that you've got to do with this. The new Defender is the best car I've ever driven by a long, long way. And the VW Camper is the obvious choice because, well, it's the obvious choice if you want to go camping and you want to go hiking. But I'm leaning towards the character of this. I think this has got more fun. And I definitely think this has got more problems with it as well. You know, we can convert the back to a camper the same way we could in a VW. We can bang a tent on the roof. We could do none of those things. We can make it like a camera battery bay that you can get lockable drawers for the rear tailgate. The possibilities are almost endless. If you can think about it, someone's done it, and they've definitely done it to a Defender. So we have seen three very distinct type of vehicles. We have seen the VW Transporter, the obvious choice. Now, is it a negative that it's the obvious choice, or is it the obvious choice because it's a very positive thing? If we want to be going camping, this makes sense. Pull over, drop the seat in the back, pop the roof, camp. It's already set up for it. Is that the right vehicle? We have seen the Land Rover Defender, the new one, the 2023 or 2024 model. It's the best car I've ever driven. It's a bit spendy. Does it lack a little bit of character? I don't know if you just take a drive down any street in England at the moment, you'll see three of them in every different colour. They are a very popular car because they are so good. But is it a modern car that can go off-road, or is it a genuine off-road vehicle like its predecessor? Now, the 30-year-old Land Rover is 30 years old. There will be rust, there will be smoke, there will be leaks, there will be problems, but there is character and there's customization. What do we want to do with this channel? What do we want to achieve with the vehicle that we choose for it? We can go bougie and plush, or we can get down and dirty and find something that goes a little bit off-road. I'm keen to hear your thoughts. I'm keen to hear you guys give me your suggestions. What is possible? What would you like to see? Which one do you think suits this channel the most? Get your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Laters.